is John Muske. I work for Agtegra as the region sales manager in our Northwest region. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about picking hybrid selection on fields. So when we look at picking particular hybrids on corn and soybeans, a few things that I really look for is trust your data, whether that's your own farm data or that's collected data from trials, research plots, whatever it might be. Make sure that you have a good data source. Really everything that I want to talk about and specifically target today is just data-driven decision making on picking your different hybrids for your fields. So two things that I really look for when I'm doing this is as much data that I have for recent years. A lot of customers that we work with, we have 5 years or more of data history on, and specifically across all their acres and any different hybrid, whether it's different hybrids or competitive hybrids and certain populations across soil types. So the two big things that I always look for is how hybrids are holding up across different varieties of soils across the farm, whether that's a loam or a clay or a sand. Being able to pick that data, how that hybrid's holding up across different soil types and wet years, dry years, average years, what we can do to make sure that hybrid's going to be consistent across our farms. When we look at rotating acres, whether it's in a 2-crop rotation, a 3 or even a 4-crop rotation, we might only see that hybrid every other year or every 3 years in some cases. So making sure that we have the right hybrid on that acre is really important. Everybody's misplaced a hybrid a time or two. What does that cost a guy, in terms of economic, yield? A lot of times if you misplace a hybrid, it could cost you 20 bushels. Well, in today's economy, that could be $100 an acre. So how do we eliminate making $100 an acre mistakes? It's using our data, being able to trust our data, placing those hybrids accordingly. So when I look at a farm and I can run a field view report and consolidate my soil types, and I can say, 30% of my farm is going to be this particular soil type next year. That's going to allow me to look at those different hybrids and to say, this hybrid, performed this percentage above a mean. This is going to be my soil type next year. I should plant more of this. Is there other hybrid characteristics, maybe in some new hybrids that I can look at that are going to perform similar or better? Being able to try those and capture the data on those is going to be important for our success. The second thing I really probably look at is population. Population is really important, especially in MZB when we're managing different zones. A lot of times that's that soil type that's important, but where that hybrid has really good consistency, maybe a semi-flex determinant year, something that's going to perform well at a high population is going to put on a good year, could be consistent yield, but something maybe we can push along in a higher population that's going to be consistent, tabletop across the farm in a consistent fashion, maybe something that you're higher in population on, a zone 8 or a zone 11, but also can flex down on a zone 1 and still determine a yield. And then also look at that population, maybe where we're losing some yield. In some cases, maybe we don't need to drop it down to, a 21,000, maybe it performed better at 24 or 25, and we can change that zone population to have a better economic return for our farm. So those are a couple things that I really want to focus on when I'm looking at these different things. The two big ones to me is that soil type and that zone management, and then that population. When we can get good, consistent data, and we can do that across the farm, we can make better decisions.